Hustle, hustle. Yeah. Hustle, hustle. Hustle. Yeah. It's a young nigga lit with the sandals in the whip and a bundle with a brick. Got the bundles in the brick. I'm original to put her out and leave me this bitch. But she litty with the drizzy, her and need me this bitch. I get poppin' with the well, Chevy send her ways. Tell her that it ain't got was supposed to split it for ways. Meanwhile, I'm in the lab with my bitch on no deal. Run around and do tomorrow, you know, so ain't a man. Fucking hands, I'm looking at all my diamond things and fucking dance. And all you niggas ain't my sons, they're all my grands. So tryna live with the boss and the dance for you. Come on to the end. I'm a man that shot a name with the scouts. Shorty niggas got the niggas on the camera. Give a fuck, try to catch some time. As I hustle, don't you think I hustle? As I hustle, don't you think I hustle? As I hustle, don't you think I hustle? Give a fuck, try to catch some time.
I like playing because I like to play women. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's not a dating show. It's a prize.
I'm sorry, what is your strategy?
Aiden and them left because like there was this whole mix-up thing, whatever. I don't know if you remember that show. But all of a sudden I see a fucking car coming in. They're like, oh, everybody clear out. Carisha's coming in. We're in Miami. What the fuck? She drives in with a little Ferrari, a little white Ferrari, whatever. Nice looking car, really expensive. She's doing good. She's doing good, bro. Like, now I don't know if it's a man that bought. Maybe it is a man that bought it. But my thing is that, like, how come? I understand if a woman don't have much, but like, how come these women always like looking for more money? Like, what's the fuck? What the fuck is the anyway? Whatever.
Minimum net worth that he has to have.
I want like a man that at least got like $100 million.
Okay, yeah, we just crossed off a lot of people off that list. There's a lot of contenders that just walked the other way. Your DMs will now be flooded with 10 people, I think.
That's good.
That's good.
Narrow down, guys. Thank you.
Yo, Carisha, I got some advice for you, man. You're looking for $100 million nigga. I get it. I always say, man, men can't go down in sexual experiences, and women can never downgrade in lifestyle. Okay? The first time you meet a chick that fucking give you that fire head, the next chick, if she a little bit subpar, you can't fuck with her. You can't fuck with a chick that don't give head if you fuck with a chick that gave head. The first time you have a threesome with a chick, this chick, she like a starfish, it ain't gonna work. Trust me. That's it. That's how it is. Same with women. The first time a woman gets spoiled, she can't go back to the nigga who ain't spoiled her. Okay? Now, some do. We call those idiots. But for the majority of women, they usually have a increasing trajectory of lifestyle demands that is more and more. The last nigga used to fly them coach, and the new nigga put her in first class. She's not gonna date another nigga who puts her back in coach. That's just kind of what it is. She's not gonna. Well, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen because I do know a couple of retarded ass chicks who really did this. But you don't go from the Maybach to the SRT. But a couple do. But whatever. Anyway, the point is, when it comes to Carisha, somebody got to tap her on the shoulder. Okay? And I get it. She just dealt with Puff. She was one of the concubines. All good. Somebody got to tell her, though, shorty, you're not going to find that nigga on Up Rocks or the Shade Room, man. You got to go hit the Sweetie Dash. You need to be over there by them soccer players in Europe, my nigga. Manchester United, Chelsea, that's where it should be. Yo, Sweetie ain't been back in the States. Straight up. Sweetie been over. Yo, Sweetie is like a referee at the games now. All sides, all sides. Yeah, yeah. She calling plays like she the coach. Yo, coach, switch that midfield around. He ain't doing shit. If that's what you looking for, Young Miami, you're not gonna find them in booby trap. I'm sorry to tell you, that's not the 100 millionaires don't hang out in booby trap. They don't. They don't. What you need to do is go to Europe and go find one of these club soccer players. By the way, those are the best niggas to finesse because no matter how many niggas put dick in the stomach of Sweetie, them soccer players don't give a fuck or don't know. You know niggas in like the UK, they be like, man, late to everything. Like they still play shit from 3 years ago. So if that's what she wants, unless you about to just get back with Diddy, ain't nobody stupid enough to get some ghetto chick out of Miami $100 million, like you know what I mean, lifestyle. I'm sorry. Get some like some etiquette class and go over to Europe or go to Dubai. But you gotta be you say you're down with getting peed on, but over there you gotta get shit on. She could find 100 mil.
Chime exists to help everyday Americans make it. When you get paid on your terms, your world opens up, and your people start to find you. That's when you're making it. Download the Chime app today.
You can find 100 mil, but you like Carisha still on some ratchet shit. Like you're not finding that at motherfucking Club 11 in Miami. What the fuck? You think you're gonna find them in Little Haiti? What the fuck? You think you're gonna find them like Club Lit? If you wanna, if the nigga that you want gotta have 100 mil, you gotta go to F1 racing events. Yes, F1 racing events. You gotta go to what was it called? Yacht Week in fucking was that South of France or some dumb shit like that's what you gotta go. Mykonos. That's where you gotta go. Greece. They gotta go over there. Go get one of them little soccer players, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now we talked about this yesterday. There's really two paths in terms of whoredom. Let's keep it a beat, right? You have the hopeless romantics. I don't think that's Young Miami. Respectfully, this is why Young Miami fucked up Diddy's game. You see, Cassie wasn't a true whore. Cassie's the whore that will do shit for you that's in the name of whoredom, but she loves you. Cassie's a chick that get pimped, straight up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Straight up. Yeah, that's the one you get pimped. Because she fall in love with a pimp. She's so fucking stupid. Yeah, fuck 10 niggas. That means you love me. She go fucks 10 niggas. Okay. Young Miami like a nigga. Remember I told you, Diddy's game was all good until Young Miami came in the picture. Every other bitch he was fucking with started to say, how come you don't treat me like her? Because she wasn't going for none of that shit. She wasn't going for none of that shit. Nigga, she's the bitch from Miami, man. So, and I told you this already. 50 Cent baby mama was complaining, why does she get this and I don't? Why am I doing all-star freak-offs like 10 different niggas coming on me, pissing on me, shit like that, and you popping up on an island with her? Why don't you call her for this part? Yeah, she's not the fuck 10 niggas in a night person. I don't know how many she fucks with. She's not that person. That was you. But she fucked up Diddy's game. Because, listen, when a nigga got like 5 to 10 hoes, he got his favorite hoe. But his favorite hoe not supposed to make his other hoes insecure. the first thing they're gonna say is like, yo, you ain't bought me a bag. You bought her a bag? Yo, you fly her out first class. You got me coach. Yo, you took her to the steakhouse. All we do is order DoorDash. You fucking up the game. So Young Miami fucked up the whole game. She was openly bragging, yeah, he got me a Maybach. He did. He bought me a house. 50 Cent's baby mama was getting nut, semen, piss. She was getting hit with a Glock dookie every night. Every night. 5, 10 niggas. All she got was her rent paid. Yeah, 20K is a lot still. 20K a month. This one popping out with a $500,000 car. She got a $1.5 million house out of Diddy. She on red carpets with Diddy. She's getting off the jet with Diddy. She in Bahamas with Diddy.
Coming off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared.
And you over there getting hit with a Glock dookie. Nice.
The Kings. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
So, number one, I think that Young Miami is bad for business. Number one, we see what happened with Diddy. Only Guru would actually bring her into his harem. We just see how she...
Hey, we be like, hey, thick little bitch, and she got some good. Broke ass niggas ain't getting no. Just in the house, don't you? Hey, we be like, hey, thick little bitch, and she got some good. Broke ass niggas ain't getting no. Just in
2-0 and take control of the series.
Now, she ain't snitching on me. She ain't tell. She ain't fuck up the game. But she did fuck up the game because one bad apple fuck up the whole bunch. Chat, I've had one of those. That's a fact. I've had one of those. Y'all know this is a team effort. Y'all know everybody got to play their role. But when you got that one player who think they the star, they hit up the other team player and they said, bitch, you ain't shit. You know what he just got me? Look, I'm with him here, I'm with him there, you ain't shit. This is how she was talking to Gina. Bitch, if I want, I could have Diddy have you on your knees. You our hoe. You not Diddy hoe, you our hoe. Fucked up the game. You know what Gina said? I'm about to do an interview. Fuck all that shit. Time to do it. It's time to air this bitch ass nigga Diddy out. It's time to air this bitch ass nigga Diddy out. Yeah, that's how it goes. So I really think she bad for business, but if she want a nigga who make 100 million, she just get to go overseas. Get a soccer player. Straight up. Now, there's two paths that these women go down, right? You got the ones who are really chasing love, and they end up doing a whole bunch of things. This is really surprising. In that category, I have Jasmine. In that category, I have women Redden. In that category, I even have Nba2k26.
Everyone knows Harden is a talented passer.
What do I mean?
Pick up those assists. And here's Brown for
I was on the bench for Wales and just going to give me the nod that you're going on. I didn't realise that. That's where it's going to make me work that a hell of a lot better.
Lucas can't get it to go.
When we talk about the importance of protecting the rim, right there, outstanding.
Hastings with a bucket. I love this approach.
Upward is the best tool to find and hire high-quality freelance talent. It's free to post, and you don't pay till you have. Upward's AI will search your candidates for you and help find the best match for your questions. It's hiring, but easy. Give it a try. Your match, give it a read. Upward.
It's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Kick out to Brown. Westbrook, pass to
Yes,
Brown.
all of these women are still attracted to wealth and opulence,
Shot clock at 6.
but they're chasing love in the midst of it.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move.
You heard Cassie think she just wanted the name. Yeah, she loves the two apartments, she loves the band, she loves this, she loves that, but she just wanted it. She loves it. She wanted that kid.
Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Pretty better.
Pass to Antetokounmpo.
Yes, she not looking for love. She loves it, she loves that, but she doesn't want to DJ Washington.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be
She knows she was staying on some type of business. She said she turned down the Bentley just said that she wanted him to be just a good game.
Hastings has got 6 points. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for
I
Sacramento.
think he's India love. I don't think India love if you want to chase it like, I don't think that's all that just bother with that.
The Lakers for the rebound.
She's chasing love.
Stolen by Harden.
What am I saying? All those women I named,
Left side.
their path is separated from the other 7. And these other 7 women, they're talking about emotionless.
The Lakers have gone 4
It's over now.
shooting a solid percentage. Brown passes to Duncan.
We're talking about the Miamis. We're talking about the Cities. We're talking about every current day,
Duncan to the second
there's
basket. And why go away
a few more in that, and we're going to talk about one in a second. How you should do it.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Let me tell you how both of these set of women go.
And so now a
During the
timeout called
first-
by Doug Christie. A moment to rest and confirm.
But you guys don't forget the Cassie, India Love, Brittany Renner, and I have one more name. Cassie, India Love, Brittany Renner. I forgot what other name I said.
Kevin Love checked in for Sacramento.
These type of
Clay
chicks,
comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
they're a little promiscuous, but also hopeless romantic. After they've been, ran through
Just under 3.5 minutes
this
elapsed
whole
in the first quarter.
seats God.
Pass to Robertson.
Yep. Psalms.
Outside
Psalms.
to
Psalms.
Love. This one for 3. Gets the 3.
Luke
Oh.
3, John 4, yeah. They all return to God.
Here's English for 3.
They act like God is their contender. But I need God to help me pick.
Against Love.
Because I picked 4,000 penises and not one of them
And
took
here's
the church.
Thompson. Sacramento passing it around.
Straight up. Think about it. Really ready. I'm moving it. Okay, now you. You know the whole book of our fuckers. Now you. India love. God help me.
Here's Robertson.
I guarantee you. I could probably run past the Instagram right now and try to see some shit like
So he
that.
draws the foul.
All the hoes that are hopeless romantics always go to God.
Westbrook.
Trust
This
me.
is his first opportunity at the line.
Trust me, you'll see something about the goal line. Trust me. I've been on it, but trust and believe. She's going to have some type of spiritual awakening that says God is the reason to right about the kid. Hey, I was misguided all my life, but God has blessed me. God.
And he makes the first.
Trust. I ain't gonna got time to look for it, but y'all gonna look for it. I promise you, at some point she'll start to go to God.
Well, you see why teams
Trust
try
me.
to
Those chicks don't mean they ain't like that. But because they're not material already, and usually why I can tell they're not material and everything, because at some point they have to walk away.
It's always nice to head up to the connected
The chick that's material and everything, never will.
courtesy of AT&T.
If you got the bag, salute you. If you got the bag,
Be a three-point play.
they're not emotional like that. They're not crying their eyes out. You can tell Cassie was hurt her feelings when Diddy was on vacation with Kim Porter and the kids, and she said, well, why is she doing? Hey, grab it. Hey, that's their mother.
Puts it in.
Listen, hey, chill out.
I'm not sure what's
You can tell she was trying to something.
5 seconds
At some
between the
point,
shot clock and game clock.
she had to walk away.
As his career has developed,
She had to
he has
walk
added
away.
this to his arsenal, becoming
She had to
more than
walk
just a
away.
shooter.
Westbrook into the lane.
Look
And
at
stolen
that.
by Antetokounmpo.
You see her when she didn't walk like that. She admitted. She's like, I had to walk away from the Bentley. From the Bentley, got my little respect.
Here's the three. It's deflected.
Well, you see, she wasn't like that.
Still close through the first quarter.
But she had to walk
Sacramento
away.
on top. They lead by
The other
3.
ones, they think they about to, you know, be a block and block. Right? And when they realize it's non-compatible, right? Like, yo, this is like oil and vinegar. You can't be a block and block, right? Like, the niggas don't realize the block out of the power to the or they're going to think they're pure enough that they can. But whatever. I got it. So she has to walk away. Who did we know we can't feel it.
They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Thompson out there with Kyle Lowry. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Wilkins in at the small forward position. Pass to Iverson. It's stolen by Love. Now here's Antetokounmpo.
Not to be denied, especially
This guy has not watched an NBA game since 2019. What is he talking about? He is a professional stealer on the act, okay? All you do is pass each other quick. That's all you do. You don't think about it. Anyway, it's honestly kind of genius, right? You just follow people on practice and you copy the lineup. I fucking really first pick. Second pick. Third pick. You're lying. I thought we back pick. Because that's a legit. So it's not picking.
Called by J.J. Redick. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
You see it. But I guarantee she probably have to walk. When you see those play like those now, she has to walk away. But let's get over there for now. Let's get to the Young Miami deal. Young Miami is last one. I can tell you who's going to have on the field. He's not fine. Just like that, the 15-26 seconds later, a 3-1 comeback. The fans said, we need to go Boston after the playing game versus the Atlanta Magic. After that play, the Celtics taking care of business with fans that five back for Boston? Yes, it is. Coming back down, I think it's only happened with 13, 14 times in the history. And not only did they come back down to 3-1, they came back down 3-1 against the number 2 seed on set. Not only just that, they came back down 3-1 against a team that was widely considered the top team in the Eastern Conference. The team that I thought was going to win the Eastern Conference. This is the first round. There you go. I know tomorrow, in terms of a lot of things, there is a part out there. One seed gets eliminated in the first round. The number 2 seed has already been eliminated. The missing 6 out there, and the 4th seed might get eliminated in the first round. Like the Eastern Conference is all the world right now. And I know this is going to be we don't talk a lot about the 76ers. They deserve it after one performance in last games. But I'm going to say, if the Knicks can't make it to the NBA Finals after seeing the regular season, all the season record has fallen, I don't know, man. I'm not even saying that to try to take away from what the 76 can do, because they just proved to us against the Celtics they can win any series. So I'm not even saying that the next round is kick off. Even the series after that, they win the next round is kick off. But I'm just saying, all of the teams that aim to finish this postseason, they will do it. Out East are either a great elimination or eliminated. Except for Cuba.
Sacramento leading by 7.
Now, maybe that won't be good. Maybe they'll try that. Maybe this sounds it's true that Chicago. I don't know. Yeah, if there's anything I do know, is that I don't know. All my predictions before the playoffs started this time, and I picked the Denver Nuggets to win. I picked the Houston Rockets to win. I picked the Celtics to win. I picked the Pistons to win. Say like that. I picked the Cavs to win. That's why we like this split. That's why at the end of the day, I'm just a guy that watches basketball. Hell, if I knew the future, then I wouldn't get into the
For this offense.
Anyway, let's talk about this thing. One now, what you just outside the score game and 76. No, let's start with your sack. Starting lineup, process us. So we got like an hour or two before tip-off for Jason Tatum. The second play. He was active. He was expressive. Not good. Okay. Now, we're telling that this team will take care of this ball. They should still be feeling okay about this without Tatum. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, if Tatum is not going to start, but maybe it's just David Shireman getting into a spot. Maybe it's Jordan Walsh, because I truly expect more Jordan Walsh in the series. Because maybe it's just reckless and stuff, but I remember a few games in the regular season where Jordan Walsh did a pretty damn good job guarding Tyrese Maxey, a guy that, again, is really, really tough to guard. So in my mind, maybe it is that the Shireman started instead of Tatum. Maybe it is Jordan Walsh. Yeah, Joe Mazzulla started the lineup that has never played together. Not a single minute in the regular season. You know what? I have not looked at this before I hit record, but I can quickly go to one of my favorite apps. I'm not going to say it today, Tammy. The starting lineup for the 76ers only going to play 4 minutes because, again, our guy Ron Harper only played those 4 minutes. But he started Ron Harper, Garrett White, David Shireman, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Barnes. Again, 5 units that have never played together. And they lost those 4 minutes by 7 points. Not a lot less than I do. And I can understand, I can't understand that. His mind is probably early. And I feel like at this point, the one-on-one dance and all these guys are so started Ron Harper when he was playing this. The energy they need.
The fadeaway.
No need to fade away. Westbrook comes to Hastings. Now here's Harden. No points so far. Pass to Lucas.
It wasn't.
And
They
here's
were.
Harden. Here's Love.
They had never started doing that. They were shy of the wrong party.
And the Kings lead by 7.
And I love how they're working much harder with the last this week. Drumming up points to take chances.
Tyrese Maxey continues to get good. I mean, the last however many points a game, it really mattered after the Celtics when they were winning. The last 8 points was Tyrese Maxey down there and just over the last thing was Tyrese Maxey getting on their field. And I don't know watch my game. I'm talking about Tyrese Maxey is one of the smartest players in the game because in a lot of the Celtics had ran to against him in his 6.5 or 6 game series at that point. He wasn't able to figure out some capacity. He's just one of those guys that when he takes shots, you just want to make miss, and you know that what you're doing is not necessarily the reason why he's missing shots. So, I thought it was going to be going to the Walls. He only got a few minutes. It wasn't a 32 minutes. Joel, let's go to the last 2 seasons. My admiration for Joel Embiid has gone tenfold. And I think it may have started with that one post, that one long-ass article written on ESPN about him and his personal life and the mindset of Joel Embiid. Because I think, and I'm going to speak for myself, not for the people, I see it, sometimes I can get so bogged down by the actual basketball that I can forget about the human aspect of sports, the human aspect of everything. Right, so when you say, "Oh my God, I want more from Joel Embiid," when you say this and then you kind of forget again the human aspect. The man has said probably many times before that I would trade this MVP award just for one healthy run, and I'm fingers crossed that when he got hyperextended his leg, that it's not going to stop him from being ready for round number 2, because maybe this is the one healthy run, even though he missed the first 3-4 games in the series. I think he deserves that basketball gods, because even after the super hyperextension of his knee, he still went out there and he stayed into the game, even though he was sitting in the corner, because obviously he didn't have the legs to do much and let Tyrese Maxey take him home. But there's a loose ball. He dove on the floor and tried to save it again with a knee that I don't know what's going on with his knee, but it's obviously was bothering him. So I just have, again, a level of admiration that I don't feel like I had 2 years ago with Joel Embiid. And all I want is for him to also have a healthy playoff run. Does that mean going to the finals? Does that mean losing the second round? I don't know. I just want him to have the opportunity to control that, Because a lot of the times throughout his runs, he could not control what his body was doing, or he could not control this or that. I want him to have one run where he can control. You mentioned before that the 8th seed and the 7th seed in the conference and in the Eastern Conference are both teams that you can look at before the season started and say, I can see that team winning 45 games. I can see that team winning 50 games. And the version of the 76ers we just got after Joel Embiid came back from his injury is exactly the team that many people thought could potentially make some noise. You had the one return game where the Celtics hit all of the threes in the world, and then since then, the 76ers have been able to figure some things out. And again, the level of admiration I have for
Lakers Thunder. Early thoughts. So my quick thoughts on Lakers Thunder. I will be doing a rewatch over the weekend. Rewatching the first 3 games. I'm going to skip the last game because nobody played in it from the LA side. And I will be doing a series preview with Crandus again Sunday evening. So we will be going live Sunday evening doing our series preview with big Lakers question, big Thunder question, Lakers X Factor player, Thunder X Factor player, statistical X Factor, series X Factor, miscellaneous notes, and then a series prediction. But quick and early thoughts on Lakers Thunder. Let's pull up the schedule actually, because I think the schedule is tough. I'm sure some of you have already seen it, but the schedule does not do the Lakers any favors. So it does do the Lakers, and I will I'll zoom in here. It does the Lakers some favors in the sense of they get the break between today and game 1. It's not a Sunday game 1, which would have been a really tough turnaround. They might have even had to have flown just straight from Houston to OKC at that point. But they get the Tuesday game 1, so they will return to LA. They'll be off tomorrow. I would assume they practice Sunday and then practice Monday before flying and fly in Monday afternoon to OKC. But it's every other day, game 1 through game 5. And game 5, of course, if necessary. Then they get a 2-day break in between game 5 and game 6, and then a 1-day break in between game 6 and game 7. So we saw the first time in this series that the Lakers had a 1-day break was in between game 3 and game 4. And even by game 3, they started to show some fatigue, some attrition. Game 4 was obviously just a rough showing. And then even game 5, they were showing some signs of being worn down. So they get the break going into game 1. But then once game 1 starts, they are thrown into the fire here. And it's every other day, including the travel days. So like in between game 2 and game 3, 1 day, including travel. In between game 4 and game 5, 1 day, including travel. So I do think that favors the younger team in OKC. But the Lakers just dealt with this in terms of having a 1-day turnaround from game 5 and game 6. So you could also say that whatever they did in between game 5 and game 6, you would hope that they can continue to do that in between the every other day nature of this series. But I think that's especially going to test LeBron and Marcus, who I think were 2 of the guys who started to not look like the same guys in the middle of the series based on the schedule. That they're getting tested immediately starting after game 1. Then in terms of some other thoughts with OKC, we have the big X factors of does Luka return at some point in this series? I think for LA to really have a shot to win this series, Luka has to come back at some point. I think there's just a talent and shot making element here that they're really going to be missing without Luka. You also have the J-Dub injury, and I believe game 1 will be about 13 days since he was ruled out with a grade 1 hamstring strain. He was said to be week to week. So does J-Dub return for game 1? Does J-Dub miss a couple games? And maybe OKC's like, let's see if we're up 2-0 or if it's 1-1. And like, do we need to bring, or maybe even the Lakers up 2-0? do we need to bring J-Dub back? And they kind of calculate it that way. But those are two significant X factors on both sides of Luka being able to match Shea and being the best player in the series, and then J-Dub being their second best player on paper. And also, I think played well against LA in 2 of the games in the season series. I think I am going to rewatch the film, but it's going to be tough to take away too much positively or try. And I don't want to take away too much from the film because the Lakers show did not play well. And if you look at the Lakers did not play well in the 2 games. I don't think Austin played well outside maybe like a quarter and a half. That game in LA. LeBron had some moments in that game. LeBron played the best of the Big Three. But I wouldn't say he was like great against the Thunder. And then DA was single digits in all 4 games in terms of points. I thought Isaiah Hartenstein took his butt just straight up. We never saw the shot activities. Agent Mitchell, you picked them off the table. Wallace and Caruso do against the Titans, Isaiah Joe, picked them up from Caruso. If you watch the series, I mean, you're thinking, okay, this is going to like 20 plus every game. I think the Lakers will be more competitive than that, and I think the Lakers will have a lot of film to digest and look at and be like, this is not who we are, we need to do this at a higher level. But it's because everyone's good now. I think Marcus, the DMLA has the shooting game. Really had a couple of years with low volume shooting in the right. I'm going back and looking at the box score and the film and and stuff.
Sacramento has got 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. There's a whistle. That goes on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul.
I'll show you. I just completely different cultures, different culture offense. I think of Shea, he's the best player in the last so long. He's got his defense. Really like his carry, shoot 55% from the floor. He's not the shoot well in corners, but they're going to Shengun or I am Hudson or Wendy on the stage is not even great. What we're going to have to put still on stage. Shea is like, you don't think really
Here's Hastings.
I'm not sure he should be floating around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but he sure did look good. Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connection.
I can't think that's going
He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 4-point game. Hastings, great D that time from out of the corner.
They are a much better team on both sides of the ball. They're a much smarter team. They're much more connected. They're much deeper. They're quicker.
Robertson gets it to go. Robertson's got 15 points.
This is the biggest test that far of JJ's young coaching career. And even if it was to Minnesota or Houston, it's just not.
He's covered by O'Neal.
I'm really interested to see what type of defense JJ tries to pick up the season because I'm not sure what the best player is.
He sends it right off the glass. Lakers trail by 6. Second half here, and he's Sacramento's on 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And so now a timeout called by University. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
Austin, I'm looking at Marcus, I'm looking at Luke, because I expect him to go out the ball some as well. I'm looking at LeBron, like the back-to-back turnover games throughout in Houston. Lakers can have that. Whenever the turnover this ball comes 14 times, but this isn't turnover, but you can't get out of these 20 plus turnover games, which is what that leads into the series. Margin. Then, possession ball, then touchdown back a little bit earlier.
Harden pass to Wilkins. Back to Harden. Fires the three. Now with a rebound.
He's had a rough night, and his teammates have picked him up.
Here's Iverson. And it's in there. That's just a 2-point Kings lead. But that no protection. Leading to a lot of rushing buckets. Thompson shot is off. The Lakers have got 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. The game now all tied up. Iverson's got his third basket on the night right there. Soft defense. I mean, they're giving up 10 of the last 12 points inside. Harden pass to Antetokounmpo. Harden's got space. Plenty of room that knocked down that one. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter. A reliable shooter off the catch. Harden with that sweet lefty stroke. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Duncan, no good. The Kings have got only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Thompson, no good. Westbrook outside. To the wing on the left. Here's English. And that misses. Close of the third quarter. Still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. The Kings on top. They lead by a bucket. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
Bryce his own version of like big small ball, but they can throw out some lineups with like a J-Dub, Shea, Dort, Caruso, Wallace, something like that, where we're throwing AJ Mitchell. And I think they have to contain at least one of Chet or AJ Mitchell. I expect Shea in that big series. I think Shea is going to be high class in the 30s. Usually
the Kings leading. All right, a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth quarter. We've got Kevin Love, and it's Robertson into the wood. Pass to Lucas. And Wilkins gets the front of the rim and poor execution on their part. Here's Yao. And they're on the break. Pushing it up now. Lucas can't get it together. Lakers shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Nice pass. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's to Thompson. 4 to shoot. Lucas. Hastings with the rebound. Hastings has got his 5th rebound in this one. Brown passes to Yao.
I watched a couple of the OKC Phoenix games.
To take the lead. Hauled in by the Kings.
Games kind of all look the same way.
4 rebounds
They're
today.
competitive to start.
Here's
At some
Wilkins.
point, OKC is
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
First round to sweep. This is the biggest test of the playoffs for the Lakers. If they get past OKC, they can beat whoever comes out. San Antonio, Minnesota, assuming it'll be San Antonio, and then they can win the championship. Like it's that, right? If you can beat that team, it's kind of like taking on the biggest bully at school. If you can take on the biggest bully, you can beat anybody. You can beat whoever bully knows coming out of the series, but this is it, right? Like this is the biggest test. This is Denver did not want this. That Denver wanted to be out of this side of the bracket.
Both teams will make substitutions. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what J.J. Redick was saying to the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Quick shout out to everybody just over a minute and a half. I'm on here talking basketball, watching games. But what about when you use downtime? You want to be comfortable. You want to be cozy. And that is where cozy comes in. We got waves and slippers for all those platforms. It's relaxing. I feel like a long birthday is kicking back and watching and fit motivation right
Show great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
Here's Westbrook.
I mean, Westbrook is a gifted finisher. Allow him to find his moves inside at your own rate.
Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. And we've got a timeout called by Doug Christie. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
We're not going to be so difficult or be able to have to put them to their time for people type. So what we're working with long-term in order to have both guys back in the camp next year. Building off a little bit. This year, but now we can change all of these. Everything all of these. Every focus apart. Nice pass, literally on the play, doesn't take, read it through, start to say, with speed, eventually get downfield, get wherever he wants on the field, not just the basketball field, but we're trying to put the ball, the ability to get the basket, turn the corner, the we get him stopped from the game out where the ball is there for the opportunity.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Now on Acctivated.
You can tell Giannis loves delivering in these moments. He puts the team on his back without hesitation.
Westbrook left side. Here's the pass to Brown. Now Westbrook.
Get out! It's just
minute 42 left in the final quarter. There's a screen. All sorts of time.
All right, I'm looking for a number. Self-eliminated, low, people can't do it.
5 on the shot clock. To take the
It's something to do with that. Because they're out there, I'm back. I'm going to have to do it all. This is one of those things. I got 15. I mean, that's 5 years. And here's one. This is ready. This wide open, Willie Brown. This wide open.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And they call it a legal screen. Way out there, way out, give it away. The Celtics, it stinks to the This team is so flawed. We live by 3 timeouts. We're missing on the shot.
And it's Sacramento's ball.
They just. So what? We go lose the next round. I think it's worse. I should be done.
Takes a 3.
The Knicks are going to go. And I don't even know if they're coming to the Knicks. The Celtics.
Brown against Hardy.
I think that one championship, but it's really good.
23 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, it's just things because then you got to look at some people who come back and we weren't going anywhere. But when we were
has called a timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, is there anything you can do? It should be gave him space to make his move.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's been fast, and now they decide to foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up two. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. That's a three-point game.
Go out and guard that three-point.
Each and every time down the floor,
and this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2 games to 0.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never been better.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And time to present our player of the game.
You know, you have other defenders. OG Anunoby will spend time on them. Cat will spend some time on them. And Cat presents a challenge for them as well. But they do have, big body in Andre Drummond as well. So, they have bodies too. It should be a pretty good series when you look at player for player. I expect Kelly Oubre and BJ Edgecombe to get a lot of time defensively on Brunson, just because you count so much on Tyrese Maxey. Now, he will spend some time guarding him, but you do want to save his legs. What is Mikal Bridges going to bring offensively? We're going to get the one from Game 7 or the one from earlier in the series against the Atlanta Hawks? That's a big question. OG Anunoby, if he continues on the path he's playing on, the Knicks going to be tough to beat. Josh Hart's going to bring it, obviously. What is Deuce, Jordan Clarkson, all those guys going to bring to the table. It's going to be about what you're going to get from the bench, what your depth does, how Embiid plays, how they defend Embiid. Saw him limping towards the end of the game. So is that going to be something that's going to extend in the next series? It looked like somebody hit him down low. Also, remember Joel Embiid, some of the stuff he did to Mitch. It reminded me of that when I saw him grabbing at his knee when he hurt Mitch's knee in the series that they had. So it's going to be very interesting. But I think all in all, with Boston losing the amount of players they lost last year, Jaylen Brown putting him in position to be a number 2 seed, him trying to reintegrate Tatum, his calf already giving out on him, maybe came back a little too soon. It's best that team rests this year for the rest of the season and make sure, Jalen can be healthy and Tatum can be healthy. Sometimes you got to live to fight another day, and another day being next season. But yeah, I'm interested in this series. I will be watching all the games starting Monday. Tell me who you got right now in the comment section. Call it right now. Who you got, Sixers or Knicks? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.
Luxon's signature bamboo viscose is different because true luxury doesn't happen by accident. We spent years obsessing over the perfect weave. As the core of our sheets, duvets, and blankets, it was meticulously selected for its unmatched buttery soft drape and cooling breathability. While others settle for standard threads, we obsess over every single detail so you can sit back and enjoy the Luxone difference.
Everything fit just as I was told it was fit. Ordering was seamless. Delivery was seamless. Perfect outlook.
The Western Conference NBA playoffs, round one, continues. The Lakers come into game 3 up 2 games to none. Will their relentless desire thrust them to a third straight victory? The scenery changes to hostile ground as they face
It's Maxey again, finished with 30 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Clutch at the end, and the Sixers.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game 3 of this Western Conference First Round Series. We're 2-0 so far. We'll see if the home court advantage holds sway. I'm Kevin Holland, Craig Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter Alan LaForce. And now the Lakers starting group. They've got Hastings, Jaylen Brown out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's Duncan, and it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. And for the Kings, they've got Robertson, Kevin Love out there with Nba2k26, and there's Klay Thompson, and it's Shaq in at the 5. Take a look at the Kings. You know, there's been a large gap between their expectations and their performance. But here at home, this crowd will give them a burst of energy. You can feel it.
And there's nothing quite like a home crowd in the postseason. I expect this place to give every
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Robertson passes to Thompson.
At times that they lack the basics of making when they look at the other side, game by game, the Philadelphia 76ers started to believe in Joel Embiid one being able to carry the load that he once thought he couldn't carry because of his injuries. He started improving animation to come back. The confidence started to build. Outside of this match, numbers always looking always looking.
Westbrook kicks to Duncan. Pass to Robertson. At Giannis. Julio sets the screen for Antetokounmpo. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter.
But I think that having a title one of those guys who can't stand you have to do so much every time when he does that, he opens all the if you go there with him, he's also able to make a play, make a play, that's the best part about having a relationship is the confidence and work for the team. As you saw him put that big shooter and walking up on the line, he tells everybody to take that type of outside, take that level to make their team feel like no matter what we're on the other side, we're going to win the game.
Tempo is checked in for the Kings, and the Lakers also making a switch. Iverson's checked in. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Robertson drives in.
He's the last man standing.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
I'm going to lose the numbers.
as I always have to. But it's an interesting series. The two teams that I do want to go into, if you ask me, it is Philly. It's a bad matchup for them. And the other one for me was Detroit, just because Detroit seems to have their number. And also it seems like they want to play them so bad. So I already had them marked off the list. It's always a battle with New York and Philly. But the matchup of Terrell Embiid comes back and playing the way he's playing. I mean, the guy was doing push-ups after a made field goal. That's only a good sign for the fans in Philadelphia. But having Joel Embiid in those moments, it lets you know he's feeling healthy. Anytime he's talking to the guy, he's not back off the player. He's selling on it. He's celebrating. He's on the side to be quiet. He's on the side to be loud. Anytime he's doing that, not only is he fun to watch, it's fun to play with. And you're watching the Philadelphia Sixers benefit off of that. When I look at that and I preview that and in the mix, I just wonder, does Cat's magic really come back that?
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the
first. Down to the end of games, the end of the quarter, trying to outscore and also look at that score to Tyrese Maxey.
Robertson with the swing.
You see the power and the athleticism at the rim. Who's man enough to rise up to challenge the big O?
Here's Thompson, and then the for the And now we get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Sacramento.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Night match here for this one. How about the scoring in transition as well? That's one of the big factors in this point. Those types of trap shoes these days.
James Hayden's checked in for Klay Thompson. English, he's checked in for Los Angeles. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Harden outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Lakers trail by 9. Outside Westbrook. Duncan down low. He's up against Matumbo. It's rebound to Kubo. Harden outside. To the paint. Hastings grabs the board. For Los Angeles, they're gone. Here's Hastings. Guarded by Harden. Hastings no good. Here's Sacramento now. They're on a 12-3 run. Back to Harden. Now Matumbo. And to Kumbo inside. He's covered by Westbrook. From Robertson. Gets the three-quarter to fall. Robertson's got set.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive. Tell you what, forget about easing into the game.
And so it's Sacramento enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they're scoring with ease. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
4 out of 7, you guys were at 100 points too, and like I said, the shots have to go in every transition. Outside of that, this is something about the way they were defending you or your guys' offensive process that you think didn't match. Otherwise,
this is the playoffs. You know, they're a good offensive team. It's not a regular team.
And we'll be with you all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And quite a position here for the Kings to be in. What do you guys think?
I mean, offensively, I think they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. Iverson is out there with Harden. Then it's Anthony. Then there's English. And it's Yao at the 5, home in the paint.
To go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Thompson inside the line. The rebound by the Lakers. They are really pleased with the victory on Monday.
And you know what? Sometimes it's hard to say whether or not defensively you were on your game. But the bottom line is their opponent didn't shoot it well. And you got to take some of the credit from a defensive standpoint.
No question about it. I mean, it's all about the results, right? And you can limit open doors. Sometimes you can get into an opponent's head. So even when they do spring free, they lack the confidence or at least are distracted and aren't able to knock those shots down.
Kevin Love's checked in for the Kings. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Lakers.
Can't allow the tumble to get this deep. I mean, once you do, he's going to score it with ease.
Iverson against Harden. Iverson outside.
How do you World Cup when you're being the home Kansas City? Just a few pickup games with your defense get. She's the great first. Then, his results,
And the Kings get back down to 10 with the basket from Allen Iverson.
And, you know, for being a smaller guard, Iverson is a master at finishing inside. Just remarkable.
When you allow those players to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Brown, the ball to lead. And he uses the glass on the layup. English has got his first bucket in this one.
Looking completely comfortable attacking from the inside. Alex English doing his thing.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take his chance to talk to his
I'll let you go. I really got no real good.
And the Kings making a change here. Robertson's checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. Hastings, he's checked in for Yao. Iverson against Robertson. Scoring the basket. Here's Ford. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. Just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming. Attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Kings getting down by 12. Lob outside. And a miss there on the dribble. And so Brown will bring it up for the Lakers. Here's Robertson, and the Kings take on 2 more.
Well, his shot selection today, he set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Hastings. The shot from the low post is good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it's never going to be an easy night for you.
Love outside.
Back to Harden. Game goes down to the league and later to make those back to the way that we
Well, when you look at the assist total, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
I just want to see what's going on. I just wanted to be in the mix. I just wanted to be in the mix a little bit. Hey, this is what's going on. And that's a whole bunch of nothing. Obviously, like, we're going to go out there. So I feel we're going to push the video, play it,
you remember that series in 2024 was just kind of like you're now with Albert Boston now doing opportunities to kind of get you get back a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that was 2 years ago.
Wilkins is checked in for Sacramento. Isaiah Kubo comes in for James Harden. And then for Los Angeles, Yao comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Allen Iverson.
I expect him to rest. After the move, that was
and a little over 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter play. It's Westbrook with the drive. Los Angeles with another miss.
You just got to shake off a miss like that.
It's tipped. They retain possession. Lakers trail by 14. Here's Hastings. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 10 for 4.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
And the dunk by Ball.
Nets, we've seen him throw it down like that, showing how he can still elevate the best of them.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play change here for him.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. They have a lead. They don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. O'Neal comes in for Matumba. And it's Klay Thompson in for Wilkins. 52 seconds left in the first half. Robertson dishes to Thompson. Robertson gets to the others. Out to Thompson. The three. Westbrook pulls it in.
Rare do you see him miss such an open look.
23 seconds left in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. English misses. Sacramento leading by 11. Antetokounmpo passes to Robertson. O'Neal a screen on Yao. Back to Giannis. Over to the wing. And so it's Sacramento. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. Quick shots. Big right after this.
With Vincent, Kayla can easily earn extra cash. She just has to list and sell what she doesn't wear, all with 0 fee. Don't wear it, sell it.
You know this, but not a lot of players. Speaking of what you and that'll do it for him.
Honestly, we feel like the game's going to be even harder. We knew that they were going to come out there and play free.
Basketball here in round 1. Ashley Robertson has been sensational.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in.